There's a story I've been meaning to mention. Of course, we know by now that the American Health Care Act failed miserably after being pulled last week. It didn't even get to a vote. But in the lead up to that embarrassment, Donald Trump met in the White House with 30 lawmakers to talk about how the American Health Care Act would impact women's health issues. Great thing to do, right? Vice President Pence seemed to think that it was a good thing. He tweeted out, appreciated joining the president for meeting with the Freedom Caucus again today. This is it, pass the bill. Then Planned Parenthood tweeted a picture of the meeting saying, here's the picture of the leaders negotiating away birth control, maternity care, and abortion. Notice anything pointing out that it is Donald Trump and 30 men in the room. Men in a room figuring out women's health. Now, you could make the case that these 30 men plus Donald Trump are uniquely qualified to figure out what's best for women's health, blah, blah, blah. We shouldn't judge just based on identity. But what came out of the meeting was terrible for women. They were talking about possible amendments to the AHA that would allow states to take away health insurance from women who don't find a job within 2 months of giving birth. Bigly tremendous for women, right? The other proposed quote, solution that they discussed would be to take things like mammograms and maternity care off of what are called essential health benefits, because in the eyes of Republican men, at least, all life is precious, young Patrick, from the moment of conception. But mere seconds after birth, maternity and prenatal care are unnecessary, or I guess immediate postnatal care are unnecessary burdens on the system.
I'm not of the opinion that men can't share their beliefs when it comes to abortion and contraception. Some people take issue with that for some reason. I don't seem to get that. But when you're having a discussion like this, it's important to get some women in the room.
Especially when everything that comes out of it would be terrible for women. And if you've ever needed more proof that the entire concept of pro-life is a sham, and we had no shortage of proof already, it's that yet again, after the kid is born, everybody's on their own, including the mothers. And the other aspect of this is that, like with most so-called fiscally conservative Republican policies, they're not actually fiscally conservative because maternity care is widely known to save money in the long run. And it gets back to the pro-life example that I've been telling you for a while. If you're pro-life and you want to reduce the number of abortions, give away birth control for men and women and do comprehensive sex education. There's a great case study that shows that that reduces abortions, but Republicans don't want to do that. And there's also a good case study which shows that expanding maternity care also would be a big cost savings. There's a North Carolina study which found that for every dollar you spend on maternity care, you generate just over $2 in savings further on down the line. Because as we know, preventive medicine is much cheaper than reactive medicine. Male Republican Senator Pat Roberts was asked later in the day if he supports the list of essential health benefits from Obamacare. And he responded with just a hilarious joke, Pat, I wouldn't want to lose my mammograms. Total clown, right?
Yeah, it's no surprise that the Freedom Caucus, which is the folks in Congress who are on the furthest right, are having a tough time appealing to women. And
yeah, they don't even really seem to care that much about bringing women to their side, which is something that I still don't understand because, you know, women are allowed to vote. And I know they know that because they know Hillary Clinton voted and they voted against her. She voted for herself, obviously. So they must know women can vote. You'd think they'd be trying to appeal to them.
I think it partly has to do with the fact that women are underrepresented in Congress. But in a group of 30 people, you can get one woman in there at least.
At least the token woman, right? At least make the effort to have someone you can point to that was in the room. Today's program is made possible in part by GameFly, which is sort of like Netflix for video games. They've got over 8,000 new and classic games for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, Wii, and a bunch of other platforms. And you can also stream games. You don't even need a gaming console or a computer because you can stream games through your Amazon Fire Stick or Roku box and then use your mobile phone as the controller. You can play as many games as you want for one monthly fee. And if you find some games you want to keep, you can buy them for a low used price, never with due dates or late fees. And our audience can get a 30-day free trial at gameflyoffer.com/TDPS. The games are shipped directly to you with return envelopes included, no contracts, and you can also stream the games. I think I mentioned that. You can also rent games through the mobile app. Get a free 30-day trial for David Pakman Show viewers and listeners, and support our show at gameflyoffer.com/TDPS.